The race for the White House could hinge on the Wisconsin vote. 12 News' Kent Wainscott joins us now. And Kent, this year, it could all play out as a battle of the sexes.
You know, Joyce, when you take a close look at the polling numbers, you see an interesting divide really along gender lines and also among some groups' education levels. And with some groups, that divide is clear and wide and unmoving, while others are more evenly split and could hold the key to winning Wisconsin.
The President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Right in the heart of maybe the most critical battleground in this election, crowds of voters poured into downtown Milwaukee recently to support Donald Trump.
I just support him because he's all about the people. He's all about people are working.
Donald Trump has got to go!
Or to protest against him.
Donald Trump is dangerous and divisive.
There were women and men volunteering to get out the vote for the president.
It's absolutely critical. I think Wisconsin will be the deciding state.
And men and women vowing to fight to keep him from being reelected.
I can't stand the way he treats women. I can't stand his bigotry.
But polling numbers show a sort of battle of the sexes taking shape in Wisconsin. Among men, President Trump has a 59% approval rating in the latest Marquette poll and 38% disapproval. With women, the numbers are flipped. 38% approve of the president, 58% of Wisconsin women disapprove. And the poll's director says the split is even wider when voters' education level is added to the mix.
White men without a college degree are very pro-Trump. They're a group that has been becoming more Republican over time, so they're shifting the partisan balance some in the state. And then white women with a college degree are very pro-democratic.
Franklin says those two groups are solidly entrenched on either side, but their counterparts of sorts are not.
So we look at the two groups in between. What's happening with non-college white women? What's happening with college white men?
The trend among those two groups of voters, he says, could play a critical role in the election.
They seem to hold the balance of the vote in the governor and Senate races last year. We're in 2018 now.
And in a state as evenly divided as Wisconsin, with most people solidly on one side or the other, a small percentage of persuadable voters could make all the difference.
And that may mean that during this election year, we are looking at games of inches, a point here or a point there.
So much writing on it, Kent. So how much room for improvement, or movement rather, can we expect to see in these persuadable groups?
You know, maybe not as much as in previous elections. When you look at the president's numbers, you see someone who is a very polarizing figure. He generates very strong opinions on both sides, and even many in those subgroups of men and women voters who may have been persuadable in previous elections might be more locked in this time. But again, in a race this close, even a little movement can make a big difference.
And we could learn more in future polls. I checked with Marquette. Their next one is coming up February 11th after the New Hampshire primary. All right, thanks so much.